What's going on? We're going to be installing this USB-C port here onto a Nintendo 3DS XL. So I already took off the back here. Fairly simple to get that off, just a couple screws here and there. This little kit here comes with this little piece here, and this is what we're going to be using to cut the hole for the USB-C. So there's a little notch in here. You see right there, and that's where this little piece is going to slide in. So we're just going to go ahead and slide that in there like so. Alright, and then that has like a perfect little cutout hole that we use there. It's not going to be perfect, of course, but it'll be pretty straight, I guess. Well, I'll just try to like level it out as I'm like cutting it. But I'm just going to take my rotary tool and just cut the little hole in here. So I'm going to cut that real quick. Alright, so I have a tip here on my rotary tool that's just under the size of this hole. I didn't want to use the exact size, just under it. That way I have some wiggle room in here. But as I'm cutting it, I'm going to try to take the little USB port and just set it inside of there and make sure that it's snug whenever, because I don't want to make the hole too big. So I'm going to try to make it to where it's like snug inside of there. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and turn this on and cut away. That looks fairly good. We're going to test it out. Alright, it doesn't fit just yet, so I got to make it a little bit wider on the sides here. I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so it looks like it fits nicely in there now. So we're going to go ahead and start doing the installation of the port and everything and get it all connected to the motherboard. Alright, so this is the piece that came with the port. I just went ahead and put it in here just to take a look. So these two slots on the back, looks like they're kind of 3D printed weird. We're just gonna go ahead and slice those open a little bit. That way we can get the wires through. But it's just simply the red and black wires. So the red wire we're gonna connect to this positive right here, and then the black wire we're going to connect to the negative here, or here. We might do it over here just so that it doesn't get too close to that positive there. Okay, so if you're not familiar with soldering, you do need some flux. That's what this weird little pasty looking thing is here. We're just going to dab that positive with some flux, and then we're going to dab some negative with the flux as well. And we're going to put our own solder on there. So we're going to be putting leaded solder on, and we're going to try to keep it as still as possible. When installing this here. So we have our solder here. We just want to hold this down, just apply little dabs. Alright, and now we can go ahead and install the positive wire here. And then we are going to install the negative wire. Over here. Just move that there. Alright, so now we have the positive and the negative soldered on there. We can go ahead and move it over to the motherboard and try to get it all soldered up there. Alright, so we're going to be connecting the negative wire here and the positive wire right here. Alright, so same as before, we went ahead and put our flux on there and then just put some of our solder on there. Now we're going to go ahead and tack down the negative wire right here. Alright, and then we're going to tack down the positive wire right here. Alright, now that both of those are tacked down, we can go ahead and install the USB-C port here on the other side of the case. We're going to want to tape these wires out of the way here. So we're just going to grab some non-conductive tape, and this is also heat resistant. And we're just going to tape this down. Doesn't matter if it's on anything, we just want those taped down and out of the way because we don't want those to get caught in anything. I'll put a piece right here. We'll see if that sticks. I don't know if that'll stick, but it should be good. Alright, let's go ahead and install it. Alright, so we cut those holes open for the wires there a little bit better. So hopefully it's able to slide in there a little bit easier now. I'm just going to pop this in here, like so, and press these wires in these holes. Wow, that actually fits perfectly now. Awesome. And then that's just going to pop right in here. And it should sit in there perfectly. If we can get it in there, we might have to put it in there first. Yeah, let me try putting this in here first. Let's take the wires out. And we're just gonna place this in here. All right, I need to change angles here. All right, so I was finally able to get it in. I had to modify this quite a bit by like using my rotary tool and like sawing down the back of it. So those two little slots that were right there were not for the wires. They're actually for, there's little tabs that stick up right here. So I had to recut those as well because those were too shallow. So now that I got that all cut out, and then I ended up routing the wires through the side because they fit perfectly through here. But yeah, now the port is inside of there, and we just need to install this bad boy up. And yeah, that's how you install this. This is the USB-C installation. Let's get a good picture here. USB-C installation on a Nintendo Switch 3DS, or not Switch, my bad, Nintendo 3DS XL. So this is basically it, right? The positive, the negative, and then over to the USB-C. So now we're going to go ahead and get it installed and make sure it works. Alright, so as we're installing it here, we've already got the buttons connected again. We just push those wires back and out of the way because you don't want those to get cut or anything like that when we're installing it here. So just push those back, and we just need to close up the case like so, and it should just fit nice and easy just like that. So that's awesome. We're gonna go ahead and screw it back together and test it out. Alright, I thought I might as well just show you where all the screws go to. This is for installation and disassembly. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws on this level here. We're just going to get all those screwed down. Whenever you're disassembling, you just take all these screws out. So these two screws up here will, they have like these little like padding things inside of them, which I'll go ahead and show you because we're just going to stick it back in there. So it is like these little guys right here, and you just kind of squeeze those in. just like so. And then we can go ahead and put the battery back in, like that, just slides in, and the SD card. And then we can put it on the back panel here, which just clips on like that. And then we have 2 screws up here, 1 screw here, and 1 screw here. And it's that simple. Cool, now we're gonna test it out. Alright, so we are golden here. It is charging with the USB-C in the back there. And that was a successful install. Thanks for watching.